Warning, this product contains extreme nostalgia. Does your job got you down? Is adulting not as fun as you thought it would be? Do you want a way to recapture that happiness from when you were a kid? At Retrostalgia Box, you feel like a kid again. Comics, toys, and video games hand-curated from the past and straight to your door. Unbox happiness at retrostalgiabox.com. Once again, that's retrostalgiabox.com. Yeah! Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentleman, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentleman on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Welcome back, everybody, to the Real World Chronicles with Brad Drake, and this is my ongoing AEW save. Tonight, we have 2 more episodes of television to tape, and it is going to be Dark and Dark Elevation. And obviously, as you can see on the screen, we are booking Dark Elevation first. All right, our venue has been selected, and it is going to be the Hawthorne Theater. Now, this thing says expected attendance, 1,600 fans. Last time I followed this one, we only drew 500 people. So this time, I'm going to draw a 500-seat. We're going to use a 500-seat theater to run our shows. Makes perfect sense, right? I thought so too. All right, let's take a look at our absent workers, everybody, and it's nobody but what is expected. We have injuries. Lots and lots of injuries. And we have a little bit of rehab going on here. And some people that aren't contracted to work on B shows. Fair enough. All right. Let's take a look at our backstage incidents here. And we have QT Marshall and Anna J. And some protege exchange here. And the same thing with Perro Grosso, I think is his name. And also Jade Cargill. All right, good deal. We got those out of the way. Let's take a look at our card for this evening. And again, these are just simple B shows, but these are all squash matches. And they're going to help these wrestlers get over, which is why I'm going to continue to do these shows, because I think it's important. All right, we are going to see, and well, before we get any further, you can see that we're reusing a lot of the same hired local wrestlers to do enhancement talent for us. This is an old WWF trick. If you watched the WWF in the 80s and 90s, you would see the same wrestlers on different shows getting squashed, because that's just how they did things. So we're going to do it again here. So we're going to see Trent Beretta in action. Emi Sakura, which is the way I heard it pronounced properly last night, will wrestle, and despite being an older lady, she can really go. Malakai Black is going to be in action. Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, and the Blade will be featured in a tag team bout. And then our main event, everybody, we're going to see Nick Comoroto versus Jay Lethal. For Dark, our taping for Dark, we are going to see Bandido. The Gunn Club will be in tag team action. Luchasaurus is going to be in singles action. Ruby Soho is going to be mixing it up. Jake Hager will be in singles action. In our main event, everybody, we're going to see Peter Avalon and Ari Daivari versus Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. All right, here we go, everybody. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. Let's get to booking. So here we go. Cutter versus Beretta, and check that out. Enhancement is alive and well, everybody. All right. Here we go. We have Cutter and Beretta, and it's Devin Cutter here. And here is Trent Beretta, part of that best friends nonsense that I'm most likely going to go ahead and break up as a stable because AEW does not need 47 stables and every wrestler does not need to be in a stable. I'm assuming they're doing that because of the fact that they have so many wrestlers that they put them in stables that they could at least come out and get some face time on the television shows. All right, Adam Page is going to cut a promo here. It's going to be a 6-minute promo because that's the only way to get a decent number. Now, for those of you that are of a certain age, you may not be familiar with how these B shows, squash shows used to be run. And you would have all squash matches like this, but then you'd have quality promos in there too. And it was good stuff. All right. Our rent-a-wrestler here, Rebel Kell, is going to get whomped by Emi Sakura. So here we go. Kell versus Sakura. And here she is. Rebel Kell. And she is facing pretty dangerous, nasty women's wrestler here. All right, so Sakura obviously is going to get the W here. I'm recording this the day after she had her match against Jamie Hayter for the World Women's title, and that was a pretty good match, pretty good physical match. All right, Kevin Cook is going to face Malakai Black. I am not the biggest fan of Malakai Black. Just another big dude with a lot of tattoos with a beard. But we'll give him a shot here. All right, here is Kevin Cook. Here is Malakai Black. I'm going to do some research into the Cook brothers to find out if they're any good. Oh, I'll take it even one step further. It's another guy with half his face painted. We don't have any of those in AEW. Here we go. Malakai Black with the win. And that one is in the books. This is how you get people over, everybody. Eddie Kingston is going to cut a promo here. And I remember Eddie Kingston from way back when I was on the independent circuit in the Midwest in the early to mid 2000s. He was a nice enough guy, never had a problem with him. Used to wear ridiculously baggy pants. All right, there we go. Eddie Kingston cuts a promo. We're going to have Deonn Rusman versus Eddie Kingston here. Another enhancement match here. They're going to go 3. And here we go. Here is Deonn Rusman. Here is Eddie Kingston. Kingston, of course, is going to get the win here. One of the problems with AEW is they have such a huge roster that you don't see quality wrestlers featured every week on television. It's just impossible. There's not enough time. So that's why we're going to take advantage of these dark select, dark elevation, and dark challenge to make that happen, to get people time. All right, the Butcher and the Blade. We're going to cut a promo here. It's probably not going to be very good, but that's why this is a B show. And here is Blade, Entertainment. And of course, they have the bunny with them. That one's all set here. And we're going to have this guy, King Khash and Mike Santiago, 2 local boys, against the Butcher and the Blade. Here we go. Khash and Santiago versus the Butcher and the Blade. Another 3-minute bout here. Here is King Khash. Here is Mike Santiago. And here are the Butcher and the Blade. And we'll have the Butcher get the win. We could probably get a better picture of the Blade without the mask on. Really doesn't matter, I suppose, but what the heck. All right, we're going to have a Jay Lethal promo here. I think very highly of Jay Lethal, and I think he's one of those rare exceptions where he's actually getting better as he gets older. He's learned to slow things down and have matches make more sense. And really, I think he should be a bigger player in AEW than he is. But again, AEW just has such a huge roster that he kind of gets lost in the shuffle. All right, Comoroto versus Lethal here in the main. And this one could be a regular one-on-one. And I have nothing against Nick Comoroto. I think he's a big dude. He's got a unique look. He's another one that if he was used properly could probably really be a force. But will that happen in a promotion with such a huge roster like this? I don't know. We have him listed as enhancement talent. And he'll probably end up having to stay that way for a while. We'll get things figured out here. It's just going to take me some time because we have to work the game here, see how things go. And I also got to do a lot more research on these wrestlers. Done quite a bit already, but a lot more is going to be needed. All right, here we go. This one is ready to go, 55 minutes. You know, the last show we did went 60. What are we missing out on here? Got all the promos in. I don't know. Not going to worry about it too much. I don't think we missed any matches. We did not. Not going to worry about it. All right, let's go ahead and start the show, and let's see how we do. Devin Cutter and Trent Beretta. Beretta gets the win with the knee-high strike. 34 overall for these two. Nice promo here by Adam Page. Nice 75 promo. Good stuff. The cowboy with butterflies on his jeans cuts us a good promo. I have nothing against Adam Page. I think he's decent in the ring. I think he's just another guy that needs to learn how to slow it down. I watched his match recently on Rampage, I believe it was, and forgive me, but I can't remember who he wrestled. But in the match, the entire match, there was not a single headlock, chin lock, armbar, anything. It was just spot after spot after spot. And I'm sorry, everybody, but that's just not wrestling. So nothing against Adam Page. I think he's a good athlete. I just think he maybe needs some help understanding psychology of wrestling. All right, 14 with Rebel Kell against Emi Sakura. Red text the Doom all over the place, and that's all right. Kevin Cook is in singles action against Malakai Black. Malakai Black gets the win with the Uwari Death Foot Stomp. 42 overall for these two. Up next, we get a promo here from Eddie Kingston, a nice 69. I dig it. Up next here, we have Rusman and Kingston gets the win with the back fist to the future. Everybody knows what that one is. Up next here, we got the Butcher and the Blade cutting a promo, and they have lots of red text the Doom here. Not good, but what else would you expect with a promo with these two? And we have to make an adjustment here because the Blade gets along just fine with the Bunny as a manager. So we'll make a note of that and get that fixed in the game. And 33 as the Butcher and the Blade get the win with the Flaming Yawn. Lots of green here, which is good stuff. And not bad for a B show. And here we go. A Jay Lethal promo gets us a 52. We get some green, which is good. And Comoroto and Lethal get a 41 overall as Jay Lethal wins with a lethal injection. And here we go. Green all over the place here, and green, everybody, equals money in TEW. All right, we can finish this one up, 56 overall. Pretty good for a B show. And we're going to move right on over here to Dark itself. The original Dark, not one of our other 3 Darks, but the original. And we're going to kick it off here with Sonico versus Bandido. 2 masked wrestlers. One is a legit luchador, and the other one I think is a want-to-be luchador. Here is Sonico. Bring him up here. Yep. He's not a real luchador. All right, and here is Bandido, who's another one that moves 150 miles an hour in the ring. Not much psychology to what he does, but a pretty entertaining guy. And that one is booked. I spelled his name Bonico. I couldn't do that again if I tried. All right, here we go. Bandido with the W, everybody. Up next here, we got this Joeasa, whatever the hell his name is, and Leon Ruffin. And they're going to take on the Guns here. And this one's going to be another 3-minute match. Here is Joeasa, whatever the hell his name is. And here is Yo gonna lose the match. Here is Leon Ruffin. And here are the Guns. And of course, both of them are very green, but some pretty good athletes. They got the genetics, they got the size. All right, this one is booked. The Guns are going to get the win. And Christian Cage is going to cut a promo here with Luchasaurus, and hopefully he is available. I think he is. Yeah, he's right there. All right, here is Luchasaurus and Entertainment. So there we go. Christian Cage cuts a promo with Luchasaurus. 6 minutes. That one's in the books, everybody. And we have Adriel Noctis versus Luchasaurus. And this is not going to go well for Noctis. I think that Luchasaurus is a very impressive athlete. He's got some serious size. The gimmick might be a little bit goofy, but this guy's got the look, right? And his heel turn is perfectly cool with me, even though it was weird how they did it. The only thing I'll say with Luchasaurus is, which seems to be a problem with AEW across the board, is you're a big dude in a promotion with a bunch of small guys. Wrestle accordingly. Wrestle your size. Wrestle like a giant in the ring with little guys. Luchasaurus does not need to be doing luchador moves. He's a monster. Use power moves. Dominate. My thoughts on the matter, everybody. All right, Ruby Soho is going to cut a promo here, and I've been listening to some of her promos. And you know what? She comes across as sincere and good on the mic. I like her promos. All right, we got an enhancement talent here. Kikyo is going to wrestle Soho. And we are going to have Soho get the W here. Where's she at? Where's Kikyo? Kikyo. There it is. There's Kikyo. And she is working Ruby Soho. Kikyo is a strange name. Like, who came up with that one? Hey, what do you think my name should be? I think your name should be Kikyo. Hey, whatever it takes. All right, here we go. Ruby Soho with the win. She's a good hand. Good on the mic. Decent in the ring. I like her. All right, up next, we are going to have the heavyweight champion of the world cut a promo here. Because why not? This is what we would do with these B shows to get people to watch them is you would have quality promos. And so that one is booked. And up next here we have Brian Cook versus Jake Hager. They're going to go 4 minutes. Here we go. Cook versus Hager. And the difference between this show and the last one we did, everybody, is the last one we did not have the enhancement matches on there. So there was an extra minute per show. So that's what was going on there. All right, Jake Hager gets the win. I really don't think much of Jake Hager, but he's another guy that's at least a heavyweight in a promotion full of smaller wrestlers. All right, Castagnoli. Is it Castagnoli or Castagnoli? Got a little bit of experience in speaking Italian, and that is an Italian last name. And Italians would properly pronounce that Claudio Castagnoli. Castagnoli. Castian. It would become, the G would become a W sound. Castianoli. We lazy in American English would call it Castagnoli. And I've heard them on the television pronounce it Castig, pronouncing the G Noli, which I think is improper. So I'm going to stick with Claudio Castagnoli. And him and Wheeler Yuta are going to cut a promo. And I got an observation about Wheeler Yuta. The man needs to wear trunks over his tights. Okay? And it probably wouldn't hurt Claudio Castagnoli either to wear trunks over his tights. Frankly, Castagnoli should go back to wearing trunks because the guy has huge legs. And there's no reason to hide them unless he probably just doesn't want to shave his legs anymore, which is probably the case. But Wheeler Yuta just looks funny wearing tights with no trunks. Trunks, I think, would look a lot better for him. A big fan of trunks over tights. All right, Castagnoli. You like that? And Wheeler cut a promo. I'll put their full names in there. Wheeler Yuta cut a promo. This Blackpool Combat Club thing is going to go to an end in this save because without Steve Regal, you have no connection to Blackpool, so there's no reason to have them as the Blackpool Combat Club. Catch my drift? I knew you would. All right, here we go. And our main event is up, and we have Avalon and Daivari. Butchered that one up, didn't I? Versus Castagnoli and Yuta. I don't know too much about Ari Daivari. I knew his older brother. He was on the independent circuit when I was promoting shows and running shows. Sean Daivari was one of my tournament champions in 2006. Was it 2006 or 2004? He won our tournament in 2004, right before he hit it big with the WWE in 2005. So here we go. Here is Peter Avalon. And they, of course, are going to face Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. And as you know, we have gotten rid of the Ring of Honor Pure title. So Yuta does not have that title. Castagnoli is another guy that I think the world of. That guy can really go. And if I was the WWE, I would have had him the champion for about 3 straight years with a mouthpiece to cut a promo because the guy was that darn good. Here we go. We're ready to start this show. Let's see how we do. Sonico versus Bandido. And Bandido gets the win with the Revolution Fly. All right, we got a lot of green there, which is good. And we have Joeasa, whatever the hell his name is, and Leon Ruffin against the Guns. And the Guns get the win here, everybody. And obviously there is no finisher for Austin Gunn, so it just says pinned. 24 overall. The Guns got some work to do, and I think the dark shows are a good place for them. All right, Christian Cage cuts a 64 promo here with Luchasaurus. Good stuff. Lots of green. Green equals money. And Noctis loses to Luchasaurus after Luchasaurus wins with the Betrayal. What an evil-sounding finisher. I have no idea what his finisher is, but he used it, and he won. And there we go. We have a 30 overall. Green equals money. And Ruby Soho gets a nice 60 promo, which is good. And Kikyo loses to Ruby Soho, who wins with the appropriately named Destination Unknown finisher. I was a big fan of Rancid, and I think it's cool that she's got the Rancid stuff going for her. Plus, Rancid is probably filthy rich all over again from AEW by licensing that song. 36 overall, lots of green here. Green equals money. All right, MJF cuts a 76 promo. Green, good stuff. Brian Cook and Jake Hager. Jake Hager wins with the red, white, and blue Thunder Bomb. I think we're going to go in and change that one to just the Thunder Bomb, but I probably won't worry about that right now. Hager gets a 54. Nice score for Hager. 48 overall for this match on a B show. And here we go, a promo with Castagnoli and Yuta, and neither one of these two are very good with the mic, but that's okay. That's why it's on a B show, and we did not even sell out the Hawthorne Theater. That's not a good sign. All right, and here comes our main event, Solo. I clicked the wrong guy. Wasn't supposed to be Aaron Solo. I clicked the wrong guy. Supposed to be Ari Daivari. Not the first time I've done something like that, but it really doesn't matter in this situation either. So we get a 56 overall. Lots of green here. Green equals money, which is good. And I'll take it. Let's see how we did overall in the show. 59. 59 is not bad at all for a B show. We're going to go ahead and finish this one up. It's going to bring us back to the main screen. And we should be in line to record Rampage up next, unless Dynamite comes first, but I doubt it. All right, and as you can see, we have not booked anything yet, but we will have a couple dark matches before the shows. And let's head back to our main screen here as the game chugs along here, bringing us back to the main screen. And what do they say about Elevation last night? Hardly spectacular. Fair enough. And dark, they found it underwhelming. Imagine that. All right. Got 23,000 viewers for dark, which is cool with me. I tried picking up Mike Tenay, but he is retiring. And this is all old stuff. All right. Oh, Melina's going to retire. She was a talented woman. She was a really talented woman. Her with that tag team she had, Eminem, wasn't that what it's called? Or I don't remember what it was called. But it was a good team. It was a good team, and she was a very attractive woman. I remember her doing those wicked splits. And yeah, it was M&M, I think was the name of the group. And they were good. And she had her place and has her place in history. All right, so let's double check to see what's up next. And it is going to be Rampage filmed first. So we'll be back in action, everybody, with Rampage. So I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can find us on social media under facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. You can also find us on Discord under TEW, you can find us under Discord under 1987 Supermod. For those of you that are interested in the 1987 Supermod, you can, of course, find it on patreon.com/PowerCastNetwork. You can also find version 9 of the Supermod on braddrake.net. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.